President Joe Biden commutes 1,500 sentences across the country Thursday, and one is former Dixon comptroller and convicted felon Rita Crundwell. Crundwell was sentenced in 2013 to 19 years in prison for stealing nearly $54 million from the city, but was released in 2021. Crundwell petitioned to a federal judge to release her in April 2020 due to the COVID pandemic and her deteriorating health. The petition was withdrawn in May after the Dixon City Council wrote a letter strongly opposing the decision to the warden at the Federal Corrections Institution in Pekin.